It's still scrappy, man. Like just like we saw in the previous one, right now TNC, they're not too far behind. You have it coming pretty close here. DHS now picked up for Kosei, so he's got the Trinity before you see this from Kozin. So they start the lore up half health here already.
There it is!
Spear Destruction's gonna find the mark. They land in. Who's gets the Lord? It's Irad
The
that secures the objective, and they collapse down on TNC, and they're in shambles as Kosei unleashes on Lancy and picks up the next kill. It's only Kozin left alive.
That's as clean as it gets. I could have sworn TNC was going to win that engagement, given how much deeper they were into the pit and how a lot of members of RSG were missing their battle spells, but just at the cusp it came out. Oh, best believe, Joseph, they're breaking in.
They're going to break in. Holy Shield in the mid lane popped. Lord still up, and RSG will call it off and back off, happy with just that turret. Man, Nibor on this Edith, time and time again, is able to pull amazing things off, whether it's him initiating or even Light. And sometimes it's just them responding to TNC.
Edith only.
Edith only.
Give Nibor Edith, and you don't even have to think. You just let him play. Let him do his thing. He's going to die a good chunk in the first 10 minutes of the game, but he's going to pull off things like that. Again, the fact that this hero does not need a flicker to be able to inflict crippling damage to the opponent's lineup, to their front line, allows for RG to get away with so much. Looking at the gold lead now, yeah, sure, the Trinity is built on to Kozin, but there's about 1,000 between him and Kusei. I think key to that whole engagement was also Kusei finally hitting the SOD.
Yeah, finally hitting it. You saw that too. Aqua just picks up a Sky Piercer here for the Zask.
He means business.
He means business, and I would say, man, this is probably one of the cleaner games we've seen from Cho in general for Light, or just in general for the hero. Hasn't died yet, sitting on 8 assists here and just doing work off of what we've seen from Nibor.
Could have sworn Light died at least once. Wow.
He's moving and grooving, man, at this point.
Dilan Katipon doing work. All right. 6,000 head RSG, 12 minutes in. About a minute until an enhanced Lord spawns upper quarter. Joseph, let me tell you this. If TNC want to come back, they got to take it inside the base. They got to punish off of heads with an ultimate final slash, a major wild charge. But here's the thing, all right? Now that we're talking about, now it's coming out of my mouth, maybe there's a way that they actually do this inside a tight little corridor like this.
Little choke point.
A little choke point after a conceal, and then they start with a pickoff on. Again, this is a shot out of the dark, but if they can find Kusei again, like they did like about 5-6 minutes ago, maybe shut down Irad. Just a free pickoff. We'll start there. Give me a free pickoff, and then we can consider a comeback.
Get a pickoff, because remember in a situation too before, this was flip-flopped. The script was flipped earlier back in game 1 even. So TNC, you know, down the 6,000 gold, they can make things happen here.
Okay, another silver lining for the Phoenix Army. Kozin just picked up his Wind of Nature. This is going to keep him safe from Irad, from Kusei, hell, even Light if the rest of RSG are preoccupied.
Yeah.
So if he can last just maybe 2 seconds longer, reposition, get a few basic attacks in, get that free pickup we're looking for, then maybe we're in business for TNC. Lord Shuffle already began. Nibor taking the Pixel Brush.
Oh.
TNC pushed back far in. Nibor spins the flicker.
Okay, he doesn't have the flicker. TNC knows this. I don't know if that'll be enough to give them the total upper hand, though.
Huge resource. Now Light playing with range. Irad taking the River Brush in control. Lance pushing them back in.
Oh! Light jumps in with the way of the dragon. They find Kazin. The perfect mark goes in as well. Everybody out of the picture that needed to be there. And Kosei unleashes again. And TNC will get dismantled. Led by Light on the fight.
In the blink of an eye, Light leads RSG into a wipeout, into a series win.
And RSG will clean up the base, clean up the series, and show some finesse at the end with it as they take it 2-1.
Always Rise turns into Rise and Slay. RSG in for the reverse sweep, denying TNC their first series win.
So close for TNC.
So close.
We got the same glimpse of it yesterday, man. But it just, unfortunately for them, they aren't able to pull through a series just yet. So still tuning the knobs. But I'm just worried that time might be of the essence here for TNC now that we're closing out week 5.
GG well played to the Phoenix Army. Moments of glory. Sheer genius all throughout each game played here in this series. But at the end of the day, the Raiders were just a little hungrier, just a little thirstier, just a little wittier